Hello and welcome back to the Boys and Polos podcast. My name is Paul and I'm here with
Gavin, and another episode, first of 2022.
Let's go. Let's get it. Come on. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And the agenda for today, we got scores around the grounds, hot and not, overreaction, underreaction, big news, transfer edition. Villa won the window. We'll see. And the look ahead to finish up.
Let's get into the scores around the grounds. For Friday's game, it was a tie. Brighton won, Palace won. A late own goal. Let's Brighton.
Palace choke. Palace choke.
Palace can't do anything, man.
They had the 3 points in their hands.
That sucks. I know Vieira was pissed. I love Palace too. I really like Palace's new team. I love Vieira as a coach. I mean, I hate him as a player, but as a coach, I think he's done good. Bringing like Edouard in and giving other players chances. So
he's done a good job, but I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, it's Crystal Palace.
Still a choke. Saturday games. We got City 1, Chelsea 0. I hate De Bruyne. I hate him.
It was a great goal.
Ridiculous goal.
I mean, you can't do anything about it. He's the best center mid in the game right now. So
that's just KDB being KDB.
Yeah,
it literally got caught under his leg too.
You can't do anything about it. Conte literally everyone has seen the tackle by now, right? Like,
yeah,
he was literally like underneath him, and KDB still somehow continued running. Like, I don't understand. Man's not human.
No, he's a cyborg or something.
And then after the game, he was just playing with his kids. He was playing tag on the field.
I hate him. I hate him on the field, but like he's just so normal off of it. Like, just innocent, but.
Oh,
man, he's a cold blade killer when he's out there.
For sure. Next game, we got Newcastle 1, Watford 1. That was a crazy game. The last 15, 20 minutes, amazing. Such a good game. But I don't know how Newcastle let us slip. And because they let us slip, they got boos as they walked off the pitch. It was bad.
Deserved because late João Pedro goal helped Watford avoid bottom 3 because with a loss they would have been bottom 3.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's Newcastle. I don't know how many exactly, but they've lost like 9 or 10 games that they've been ahead. Like, they go ahead and then they lose those games. Like, I think they're like 9 or 10 of them. It's quite ridiculous.
Well, it'll be all okay once they sign Haaland and Mbappe to $1 billion deals.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
But next game, the most interesting game of the week: Norwich 2, Everton 1. How?
They played better? I don't know what to say. Everton are bad, man. Everton are just
bad. You know what? We've actually got a lot on them later, but
I don't understand how that happened. I mean, Rafa's out now, so
the sacking was it was in order.
Very much so needed. Like, this was a mess.
Yeah, we'll get back to that later because there's a lot in later segments about them. But next game, Wolves 3, Southampton 1. Adama finally scored.
I mean,
19 games.
He came off the bench.
Yeah,
Southampton was already.
That's where he's best. Like,
he's a super sub. He's not
like a starter, but like, if you remember back when he was on the bench versus Wolves, he was the definition of super sub.
Yeah.
Like, you look in the dictionary, the picture next to super sub is Adama. Like, I mean, also Ward-Prowse, the set piece god. I mean.
No.
Bro,
you saw it, right? What?
Yeah, it doesn't matter where he is on the field. He's automatic.
I don't understand. He is the best free kick taker in not in Premier League history,
right now.
In the world.
I've never seen such a dominant free kick taker since like you remember that Messi one where like he curled it with the outside of his left foot.
Bro,
I
I
don't know.
haven't seen anyone take free kicks like this, man. Even Messi isn't this consistent. It's
Like
crazy.
the crazy part is the consistency. Like you've seen Ronaldo and Messi hit some crazy free kicks in their day, but not on the level that Ward-Prowse is hitting them, and the consistency, because it's happening every time that he gets a set piece.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
legitimate chance that he is scoring.
okay.
Like,
Let me look at the numbers. Let me look at the top 10. Okay.
because I mean that was just ridiculous. You give the keeper all that time to react to it, and you still place it top ends.
Okay.
Like he's
All right, let me look at how many free kicks. How many free kicks has James Ward-Prowse? Has James scored? Okay. Only 12?
I mean
I mean,
second. That's tied for second in the all-time list.
in Premier League history, yeah.
Yeah, but he hasn't been like this dominant for that long now. Like we started seeing this sort of last year.
Yeah. I mean, he also hasn't played too many games. Like the number one of all time
Yeah,
is Junino, or whatever, however you say it, with 77 free kick goals. Second is Pele with 70.
yeah. In Premier League, history, it's David Beckham with 18.
Yep.
But that's in Premier League competition only. Also, Ward-Prowse is only 27.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
only 27. He's got a
he
lot
has
of time left. Like he's got a lot ahead of him. He's going to break Beckham's record. If he stays in the Premier League for 2 more seasons, I think that record's all his.
Yeah, he is something else. Different gravy.
Yeah.
All right, next game.
Speaking of somebody different,
Oh no, I don't want to talk
Villa
about
2,
this game.
United 2, Coutinho. He is back. He's in
Oh,
one game. He's already outproduced Sancho.
this is not fair. Okay, this is not fair at all. I don't know what happened. United played terribly. I don't know what we were thinking. It was just a mess. You let Coutinho come on and you let him make an impact straight off. Like, if anything, someone just take the yellow card and sit him down as soon as he gets on the pitch. Like, show him what's up. But no, you just go on and let him score a tap in. Like,
Well, yeah, because you've got McMuffin and Fred in the middle. Like, what do you expect?
McTominay wasn't even playing. It was Matic. I'd rather have
Ooh,
McTominay in there. Matic can't even move.
Matic? Bro, I haven't heard that name in years.
He's so old. I
He's
don't know why we
aging.
played him, man. Something
Bro,
needs to change in the club. Just entirely. This is a mess.
yeah, that's another thing we're gonna get back to. Talking about United struggles. We'll get more of that, and I think. Oh wait, that's in overreaction underreaction. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Sunday games. Liverpool 3, Brentford 0. The title race isn't completely locked up. I know City's well ahead, but like Liverpool is doing their best to keep pace.
I mean, like,
They've got a game in
mathematically,
hand. They're 11 points down with a game in hand. They still have Man City on the schedule.
yeah, so like mathematically it's very possible, but like if we're being honest with ourselves, all right,
the
give Liverpool their win and their level with games, right? So Liverpool would be on 48 and City on 56.
That's manageable. 8 points. You say
City would have
Liverpool
to
beats
choke
City.
so hard. They've
No, but
literally only lost
let's
two
say
games.
Liverpool beats City.
Yeah.
Then it's a 5 point difference. That's 2 games where City loses that Liverpool doesn't, or
It
two
would have to
games.
be a big crash from City, but honestly, I don't see City losing to anyone anytime soon.
That's true. I mean, 2 losses on the entire year, 2 draws, 18 wins. It's just oil money. Oil money.
It's not gonna
Like
happen. They're gonna win.
you
Yeah.
can't beat the oil money.
Oil wins.
If what I've learned from the Premier League is if you have any problems in life, just throw barrels of oil at it. It'll work.
There you go. Solves all your problems.
Yep. Now, my personal favorite game of the week, because this helps Spurs a ton. Leeds 3, West Ham 2. Jack Harrison, the Lord and Savior. Hat trick from a man.
I mean, it was kind of crazy. I mean, I love Jack Harrison. I mean, he did live like not too far from me. He got his haircuts like up the street from me, and he did play for NYCFC for a while. So, like, I'm not mad at him or anything. Like, I don't mind him. It's just the fact that he hasn't been playing that well at Leeds. I mean,
maybe it changes here.
Maybe if it changes here, I'm happy for him, right? So like, man whips out a hat trick out of nowhere, but hey, if he could do it again, be my guest. Like, go ahead. As long as it's not affecting United, go ahead.
I mean, that game helped United because you guys are also fighting against West Ham.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I mean,
yeah. So
fighting against West Ham.
You're not really fighting, but you're
We're
technically in competition with them.
We're looking from a distance, you know.
Yeah. You've played two less. Actually, 2 wins in your 2 games in hand put you above them. But also, you're looking up and you're seeing Tottenham and Arsenal. Tottenham, the 4 wins in their games in hand against West Ham.
You haven't played a game in forever.
Yeah, we haven't played since I'm pretty sure it was the first day of the new year. But
so how about we get into that next game?
If Spurs win the 4 games in hand that we have, that puts us at 45, and that would put us right next to Liverpool in 2nd place. So don't sleep. They sleep. Don't sleep.
Okay. So Sunday game, Spurs versus Arsenal, just did not happen.
Oh yeah, because Arsenal, why? Just why? Just play the game.
They're scared.
I hate
them. Scared of you.
Bro, okay, you've got a couple guys on COVID, a couple guys out with injuries. Aubameyang, where I don't even know what's going on with him. Prayers to him, I guess. But like, bro, just play. This already almost happened. Crystal Palace tried to get one of these against us. They tried to postpone the game against us, and then they came out with their actual starting 11 and still lost. Like,
yeah, I mean,
like they can use COVID times as an excuse, but like
they literally have like 2 people on COVID, or I think 1. I think Odegaard is the only player who has COVID.
Just play the game. Play the game.
But
if you want
to
cancel games based off injuries, bro, take away the Yankees' entire 2019 season.
Yeah, no, like obviously this isn't like fair to every other team, but if you're Arsenal, you're getting away with this. It is amazing. Like you don't have any of your like top players or the players you would want ideally playing. Like, okay, then just we'll not play. Like, works for them. We
haven't played a Premier League game in so long.
Yeah, and Tottenham said it in their statement too. It's not fair for the fans either. Like,
awful, horrendous. Hot and not. We'll get back to Arsenal because, of course, they could not be without hot and not. But I mean, hot player of the week. I mean, kind of obvious.
We talked about him before.
Jack Harrison, the God himself.
Somehow randomly whipping out a hat trick. You have to give him the hot player for that, don't you?
Yeah, I mean that was a great game. He played fantastic. Had Leeds he basically single-handedly brought Leeds over a much better West Ham side.
Yeah, that was massive. That's a huge win for Leeds against West Ham. We're top 4.
Yeah. And now you're back. Arsenal, you shouldn't just be able to cancel a game because you don't want to play.
I mean, they have been in brilliant form. I cannot lie.
Yeah, well, I still want to play the North London Derby and smoke them.
I doubt that would happen.
Because Conte doesn't lose in the Prem.
Yeah.
He literally hasn't lost in the Prem since he became manager in like November.
So if you brought him his first loss, that would be very fun. I wouldn't mind that. I don't really like Conte. I mean, his tactics are great, but as a person, he's a terrible human.
Why?
I don't know. It's just his arrogance, but as well as his like, I
Bro,
don't
he's the
know.
best. Again, when David Sanchez scored against Watford, he turned around, not knowing Watford's coach was standing right next to him, and just screamed in his face. He didn't know, and he was like, "Yes!" Turned right to him, just kept screaming.
Yeah, he's something else. He's him and Mourinho,
Him and Mourinho are so similar, but Conte's on a different level. I
but they
think
hate each other. That's the thing.
they hate each
They
other.
hate
It's
each
so funny, but man, I love Conte.
other.
And the other not team, again, Everton. How do you lose to Norwich? How? It's Norwich. The entire point of their existence is to come up into the Prem, give you 2 easy wins, and then go back down to Championship.
It's just
That is
supposed
how
to be
they
3
exist.
points, man. 3 points.
It's
That's it.
it's 3 points. Now you're in 16th, fighting against relegation.
Hey, like they need to figure out because I mean, start of the season, Calvert-Lewin was injured, right? That's huge for their team. He's their
Yeah,
number 9. He's their rock, right?
yeah,
He comes back for this game, does nothing. But like it's expected, right?
yeah,
But I don't know. The other players have to step up. I mean, I haven't
yeah.
really watched their games. I know they've made a few signings, right?
They lost Digne,
They
but
lost Digne, but they bought another left back.
yeah, but I
Who
mean,
else?
you know
They
what?
had another signing, but
Let's just segue this into overreaction, underreaction, because Everton is the first take in that.
yeah, let's go.
Everton are a possible relegation team. What do you think?
Underreaction. I think is very possible. I think it's yeah, I mean, look at how they're playing right now. If they don't get a good manager or interim manager in, they are gonna be stumped. I'm telling you, they are not gonna do anything.
Yeah, I mean, like they're in poor form currently. This was a team that last year remember last year. I think it might have literally been the first ever podcast we did. It wasn't even posted on YouTube. It was we were talking about Everton being top of the table. We were talking about them being top of the table.
That was
And from top of the table, you dropped to 16.
that period of the Prem was amazing. It was just so upside down.
The top 2 teams back then were Leeds and Everton. Like I'm literally looking back at our talk from that day. Literally, Leeds and Everton were the top 2 teams. Remember, Southampton had a stretch where they were top.
Yeah. We had
Bro,
Danny
that
Ings
was
going off.
that was nuts. That was just, bro. But to be sitting here talking about a team being possibly relegated, having just fired their manager, that was top of the table last year and was seriously fighting for Europe.
But who are you blaming here? That's like I don't know who to blame for the Everton
I mean,
situation.
you
Like,
have to point the finger at Benitez. I know that's what I know that's what the organization's going to do. Oh, it's his fault. We're gonna move on. We're still really good.
I just
But I
don't think
mean,
it's his fault, in my
it's
opinion.
not. It's the way the team's built. It's just not a well-built team. Like, it's just from the top. Problems in organizations start from the very top and they trickle down.
Mhm.
And what you're looking at right now is a team that it's just not built well. It's not built to be a top team.
Yeah.
Like, really, you look at that team, you say the only player that would start on a top 5 team, probably Calvert-Lewin, right? I mean,
Maybe Richarlison as well, but
maybe
Calvert-Lewin for
Richarlison.
sure. Richarlison,
But like
Decore on a good day.
other than that, it's like,
I
probably
mean,
not.
if we're counting United as a top 5 team, then anybody can hop on.
Yeah.
Anybody's an improvement, right?
Yeah, we're talking about serious contenders, but but like you just look at that team and it's not that good. It's just kind of meh.
Yeah. They need either some sort of god to come in like
Yeah.
as a player, or they need someone to have like Pep
Or they
Guardiola
need
tactics.
a culture change manager, or they need like a huge splash signing.
Yeah, they need something big.
Like that's what you're looking at if you want this team to get back into competition. And at this point, I think if you're Everton, you scrap the season. You just do your best. Don't expect anything. Try and get top 10. Bring in some money. Bring some people in using your money next year, and then try and build from there. But right now, like
the thing is, the club, like, they want to have, like, I guess that reputation of being like a top team, but right now you just can't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this. Has Everton ever been relegated? Because that would be a ridiculous story.
If it's their first stuff.
Everton is the second longest tenured team in the top flight behind only Arsenal. They've never been they haven't been relegated since 1950.
Oh,
they were promoted back in 1954.
If they get relegated, half that team is leaving. Because there's no way Calvert-Lewin stays on in a championship team. No way Richarlison stays on a championship team. No way Jordan Pickford stays on a championship team. Like, you can't have England's #1 keeper playing on a championship team.
Yeah.
You just can't have it. The Premier League will not have it, I swear. It'll be like
somebody will.
That's like an attack against all of England. Like, you just can't do it.
It's just like it's mismanagement, it's misspending, it's probably a bit of miscoaching. Like it's not going well for them right now. So you know what? How about we flip to the other side of their game and look at Norwich, who are looking a lot better. So the take is Norwich, while looking a lot better, they will survive. They will survive relegation.
Overreaction. Hell no. There's no way that this Norwich team is going to survive. I love Norwich. I love some of their players, but there is no way in hell that they are surviving this. They just it's just not possible.
I'm gonna call it a mid take. I don't think it's an underreaction because I don't think it's completely like guaranteed, but I also don't think it's an overreaction because they are looking a lot better. And you look at that table, okay, you've got Everton playing the worst soccer they've literally ever played in their team's history.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Watford, who is struggling big time. I mean,
Watford is a solid team.
I don't really.
I mean, I think that Watford have the potential to stay up.
I think they have the potential to. I don't think they will, though. And you know what? We'll see, because this week they play Norwich.
Okay, we'll see.
Winner of that game is guaranteed out of relegation. Losers into it. But you also look at, you got to think about Burnley, because Burnley's only played 17 games. So it's like they have 5 games in hand. They're also in last place.
I mean, they are a dark horse. Like,
I don't really know what you're getting at, Burnley. They just lost their striker.
But
who really wasn't much.
I don't think he really did much.
But we can also talk about that.
To be fairly honest,
but
I think it was a terrible decision to buy him.
Yeah. We'll get on to Newcastle and their horrific signing later in big news. But like, there's 4 teams that are legitimately fighting for relegation right now. And then you've got possibly Everton. I don't think Leeds will, but you never know with that team.
I doubt Leeds would.
I doubt Leeds will, but you also like it's Everton possibly, and then Watford, Norwich, Newcastle, Burnley.
Yeah, I don't know. Newcastle is an iffy one. Depends how the rest of January goes.
Yep. We'll see. It'll be definitely interesting coming down the stretch. I think Norwich have the potential to stay up. Will they? Probably not. But you never know, because there's 4 bad teams right now. 4 like really bad teams. One will stay up, guaranteed. So we'll see. Next one. Spurs are in prime position with 3 to 4 games on almost every top tier team.
I mean, I don't know about prime, but they are in a good spot, to be like honest. Like, they have a chance. I mean, how good of a chance is it? I'm not going to speak about that, but they have a chance. It's out there.
I'm obviously saying underreaction because I'm a Spurs fan, but like, you look at it, okay, you win your next 4 games. In that stretch, I don't know when they're rescheduling Arsenal, but let's say it's Arsenal, You've got Chelsea, you've got Leicester, and then there's one more which I'm not sure, but I think Arsenal and Leicester are winnable games. Chelsea, they didn't play tremendously the other day. Oh, and Southampton. Okay, so let's say you beat Southampton, you beat Leicester, you beat Arsenal, and you tie Chelsea. Let's say that happens. That is 10 points. And 10 points on top of what they currently have would put them at 43, which would be tied with Chelsea as of right now, which would be third place.
Okay, so it's like very, very possible.
It's very possible. And you're also looking at them like actually, Eric Dyer coming back from injury. Eric Dyer, when he plays in the Prem, is like 13-2-2.
How is that even possible?
I don't know, but we're like 2-2-4 when he doesn't play, or whatever. Actually, 2-1-4.
That's
actually no. Wait, that's not just Prem. That's overall, but
that's still crazy. What?
Eric Dyer's playing fantastic, and we're also getting back Christian Romero.
Oh, by the way, I forgot about him.
Who, by the way, is candidate for Team of the Year. Go vote for him. FIFA Team of the Year.
What? How the hell is he a
Kane, Son, and Romero Team of the Year.
Romero, that's ridiculous.
He had a great season before he came to Spurs, and then he still played great on Spurs.
He's not a candidate for Team of the Year. What?
He is. I'm not joking. Check Spurs Insta. It's all over.
That's so stupid.
I'll vote for him.
Anyway, we'll get into that. We can talk about that later.
But
next, we got Wolves elite defensively if they get another attacker in the window. Are they Europe bound?
Definitely. Underreaction. I think you look at their goals against. Okay, so goals against the leaders, Wolves have 15, City have 13. City is the only team that have let up less goals than Wolves. They're great defensively. They're organized. They play fantastic defensively. You look at the next best team, Chelsea with 17, Liverpool with 18. It's just the problem is they also only have scored 17 goals.
Okay,
which would put them only ahead of Burnley, who's played 17 games. Actually, also, is that Norwich? I can't tell. Yeah, also Norwich, who is 10, so third. But
so they can't score.
Like they need an attacker. They need somebody, whether that's getting Pedro Neto to come back from his injury. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like I think a big window signing would be massive for them. He's looking to return in January.
Okay, that's big for them. That's huge.
Because in April he broke his kneecap.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's so.
He's holding talks with the club doctor in Portugal next. Oh wait, no, that's October.
How do you even break your kneecap? That's so. Oh, I feel so bad. That's so rough.
Yeah. Is he back actually?
No way, he's back already.
I don't know.
From a kneecap?
Well, it happened in April.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how long it takes for a kneecap to heal, so.
Yeah. Here, I really want to find this out because I think that could be huge.
If he does manage to come back and like resurrects it somehow.
Yeah.
You know how it would be huge for Wolves.
I want to check if he was on their bench for their last game.
I highly doubt it.
If he was on their bench, you could probably expect him back. for at least either the next game or the game after. But on bench, not on the bench. But
Yeah, so
okay, so we should probably expect him towards the end of the month. Everything I'm reading says late January.
okay. I'm
So
excited
you know
then.
what? That's gonna be a huge boost for them. But I still think what I've also seen is you know about the Adama sale. They're trying
Yeah.
to ship Adama. Spurs are a contender for that. We could talk about that in a bit too. But with that sale, that would free up 27 million for them to go get a big name striker or somebody. But
I mean,
what? We'll see.
you already have, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to get at here, but like you already have Raul Jimenez, you have those types of players. I don't know why you really need like a
I mean, I think if you're Wolves, you say, "Hey, United, are you guys interested in selling us Jesse Lingard or Mason Greenwood?"
no way Greenwood's leaving, but Lingard is a possibility.
I think that's just kind of like, well, are you using him at all?
Greenwood, yeah, he plays in every
No, I'm
game.
talking about Lingard, but
Oh
like,
no,
if
he like
do
comes
you
off the
use him at
bench.
all? No. Uh, do you want money for him? Do you want to just free up another spot on the roster?
I don't know what
Like,
it is. There's something about Greenwood that they always like. They just keep him. They don't get rid of him. They won't.
yeah. I mean, he's a great finisher, but like, that doesn't come often. But you know what? Actually, segues perfectly into the next problem. United have to sell somebody and change the locker room to get back on track.
No, you were talking about this. You say they really need to sell Lingard, and they just
Yeah,
gotta.
they gotta just change somebody. Martial is probably on the way out too, but like just get rid of somebody, bring in some new people, change the vibe in the locker room. Because right now there are too many talented players on that team for them to be sitting in seventh. There's too many. You look at you've got Jadon Sancho, who literally has done less than Coutinho in 10 minutes of play.
Yeah, I mean,
You've got Cavani, Ronaldo, Rashford, Greenwood,
it's a
Lingard,
mess. I hate the
Martial.
you just. I don't know. It's the club is a mess. There is no.
Instead of going after attackers, get a center mid.
Oh my God! If we could actually get a center mid, I would cry.
Get a center defensive mid.
If we could
You don't need
purchase,
another center attacking.
if we could purchase someone, you know how amazing it would be. Just like, let me see, who is a CDM on the market? I don't even know. Anybody would actually help. Literally anybody.
I would sell you. I would sell you Tanguy and Ndombele if you want him,
Mm,
or Dele Alli. You want Dele Alli?
No,
I know you guys
no,
want Dele Alli.
no.
Listen. I like out Oliver Skip too, but like if that's what it takes to get some cash to
Oliver Skip.
go get somebody good, Oliver Skip is a solid center defensive mid. He's like Højbjerg if you just made him like a little bit shorter and like a little bit nastier.
But Højbjerg is literally amazing.
Højbjerg is Conte. He's Conte's favorite player by like a country mile. He's Conte's favorite player.
He's
He
so
called
good.
him a warrior. Like he's so consistent too. That's what you need. You guys need consistency in the back. But yeah, I think sell somebody, change the locker room, get back on track.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, I guess we got to get into big news.
Okay. Villa have a fantastic transfer window, obviously, with signing Digne and Coutinho. What do you think about that? Because I think Villa now top 10 team, and I think they could be pushing next year. I think they're pushing Europe. This year, I think they're setting the groundwork.
I'm angry for what they did to us, right? Obviously, but
yeah.
honestly,
I wouldn't blame them. I'd blame yourselves. But
I think they've done pretty well. Like especially I mean Stevie G has done well. I can't even lie. Stevie G has done really well here. Like
Yeah.
this is big, man. This is big.
Another question is though, if a Big Six club's managerial spot opens up, does Gerard take it?
No.
I don't. I mean, I think he should because he's fantastic. You saw what he did in Scotland with
Yeah.
Rangers.
Yeah,
Like,
obviously the Rangers went like undefeated.
yeah, like he's a fantastic manager.
But no, I don't. I say stick with Villa. Unless the only thing I would only other way I would say is if the Liverpool like if Klopp somehow I don't know doesn't want to coach anymore, right? That
Yeah,
is the only way.
if Klopp wants to go back to Germany.
Yeah, that is the only way that I think Gerard would.
I mean, one more injury riddled season with Liverpool and he might lose his mind.
Yeah, like I think that's it. I don't see it as any other way.
Eventually he has to become Liverpool's manager. Like he
He
has
will.
to.
He will. He will. He will.
He was
Don't worry.
Liverpool's wonder boy. Like he has to.
He will. He will.
Now, my favorite part of this entire show. Spurs targeting Griezmann for the summer. Adama and Eriksen in the winter window. Dele Alli and Taghi and Ndombele are on their ways out. It's time. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if you know, but I think I told you before. Griezmann is my favorite player of all time. My legitimate favorite player of all time. My other team is Atletico. Like it really is. And it has been. I have Griezmann France jersey. I've got Griezmann Atletico jerseys. I'm a huge Griezmann fan. So bringing him to Spurs would be like a dream come true.
Like, if it happens, you will literally be the happiest person on planet Earth. But in what way it helps Spurs, I'm not sure.
I think it will. Because right now we have a hole at center attacking mid that needs to be filled. Because it can't be Dele Alli or Ndombele or Lo Celso every game.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if it works, it'll work. We'll see.
We need a number 10 because let's say if we have the three three forwards that we have currently is Lucas Moura, Kane, and Son. I love that. I love that front three. I like that.
I also agree.
I think, but you just need somebody in behind them because it can't just be those three guys up top. Like it can't just only be them. Because other than that, we have three, we basically run with three center mids, and it's Højbjerg and whoever else. Like that's just what it is. So, like I like Skip. I don't like Dele Alli and Ndombele's like.
I just don't think you're talking about Adama and Eriksen, right? Adama, super sub. If he really wants
Adama has been outside back. Conte wants him to play back.
I just don't think he plays it well. He has played it, but I mean,
but I think he could also be the super sub.
Yeah, if he's willing to play the role as a super sub, then yeah, go ahead. But if
he has no choice if we buy him.
If he wants to start, it's not happening. So he's got to make that decision if he wants to actually play more or just be at Tottenham and win. I mean,
I also wouldn't mind having Royale come off the bench because I like Emerson Royale, but there are games where he just does not look fit to play for Spurs. Mm-hmm. Like he does not look like a top 6 team. Like he should be playing on one. So I like the storyline of bringing Eriksen back. I think that would be really cool. Like reuniting Spurs big three.
I just don't know if he's fit enough right now. But
I don't know about right now, but let's say we buy him now and late February, early March rolls around, you get back Eriksen, who still skill wise is a top center mid.
Oh yeah.
That'd be huge. We've literally been missing that position since he left.
Oh,
they thought that Dele Alli would fill that position, and he hasn't.
Brentford have actually offered him a 6-month contract.
Brentford are also contenders, but I think Brentford's such a small club that Spurs, they could beat any offer Brentford makes.
Wow. Yeah, but Brentford.
Also,
Okay, Brentford.
Conte does love Eriksen as a player.
It's true. He brought him to Inter, so
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see if Spurs actually get in on this because it looks like Brentford are the only team in talks right now.
We'll see. I mean, there are also like distant rumors about Dybala coming to Spurs, but like those are there every
Dybala
year.
could be going
That's not
anywhere
happening.
because he is in a terrible. I don't know. I
has
haven't
to
heard
get
of
out
it
of
in
there.
so long.
Yeah, he has to get out of there to save his career. But
Okay. Next we
moving
got
on. A message to Newcastle. Just because you have money doesn't mean you waste $30 million euros on a 30-year-old Chris Wood who has a forward in 18 games for Burnley, had 3 total goals.
it was
Just
the
because you have
worst
money
buy I've ever
doesn't
seen
mean
in
you
my
just
life.
go out and buy.
They like, oh, we have money, we have to buy someone. Go out and buy Chris Wood. Like, no, he is not the one. You could have picked any other striker in the Prem, literally any other striker, and
Go buy Haaland and
you would have been
Mbappe for
better
$1
off.
billion contracts.
You had to choose Chris Wood. Literally anyone in the Prem would have been better.
Yeah, like he's just not good. He's just not. He's just not good.
Well,
And like if you're gonna buy off another good another Premier League team, why are you buying it off of Burnley? If you're buying a striker for a Premier League team, you really go to one of the worst offensive teams in the league.
Yeah, I'm looking at every other team, literally like the bottom, right? Yeah, Burnley, Newcastle, right? So okay, and then you got Norwich. If you were to take a striker from there, Pookie, that's a good move. You Watford, you get Josh King.
Yeah,
okay move. Everton,
it's better than Wood.
Yeah, Everton, you get DCL.
Yeah,
right move.
That'd be amazing.
Leeds, you get Bamford, solid. Brentford, you get Tyler Toney, right? I think that's his name.
You look at Newcastle, you get what's his name? Oh, damn it. What's his name?
Who?
Newcastle striker.
Well, Newcastle are the team buying, but
yeah, I know. Oh,
Rondon?
Wait, I'm stupid.
Is it Rondon? Oh yeah, no. But yeah, anyway, Newcastle are team buy.
Oh yeah, I was just thinking of bottom team strikers.
Then you got Villa, Ings, or the Ollie Watkins. Literally any other team would have been better.
Yeah. Who was this guy? Oh my, how am I blanking? He was so good last year.
Who are you thinking about?
Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson.
Callum Wilson. Okay.
Callum Wilson. I was completely blanking on that. I was like, I knew it was a CAL. I was like, Caleb. Like, I didn't know. But yeah, just a message to Newcastle. Just because you have the money doesn't mean you need to spend it. And if you're going to spend it smartly. Don't waste $30 million on a guy that has done basically nothing.
Ever. Literally ever.
He's averaging a goal every 6 games.
What a player. What a striker.
Fantastic. $30 million.
Oh, we want him.
Yup.
All right. Next part of the big news. Martial on the way out at United. Yes, I believe so. I heard that he and Ralph Rangnick are not friends. I mean, I heard that Rangnick told Martial that he was going to play, and then Martial refused to play. So
yeah, he's just not it. He's not it. He's not it for United. He's honestly my most memorable thing of him at United was when he punched Eric Lamela in the face and got a red card. So, or when he missed a wide open one against Liverpool. So
yeah, I mean,
he
was so promising, but his attitude is terrible. And his work rate is not great, I don't believe. But yeah, I feel like he did it to himself, to be honest. I just don't think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, it's a shame.
Yeah. In other transfer news, Arsenal are trying to add Arthur from Juve, former Barcelona center mid, and Yuri Tielemans from Leicester.
Tielemans is a brilliant move.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that would be really good for them.
Artur, I don't believe that's a great move, but Tielemans, whew, what a good move that would be.
Yeah.
He is a great player. I love him.
But you know what? We'll see. I mean, I hope they get neither, and I hope you burn in hell, Arsenal fans. But or particularly your team, because you cancel games because you just don't want to play.
Yeah. Not a good look for Arsenal.
Nope. And now the look ahead.
This is not fair, okay? Let's just talk about this.
Going into this game, I had 25, Paul, you had 10, and the guest had none because last time we had Michael on and he added to that tally. We'll see. So our first game was Liverpool versus Leeds, and it was 3-0 Liverpool over Leeds. You got it exactly right with 3-0. Michael said 5-1, and I said 4-0. So I got 2 points, you got 3, and since guest points are tripled, Michael got 3.
Jeez.
So next game was City versus Leicester. Turned out to be a crazy 6-3 game. That was an amazing game. That was scoring everywhere. That was just if you have friends that think soccer is boring, just show them that game. Have them watch that game. Because that game, I mean, 9 goals, and it wasn't like completely lopsided either. Like there was a time where I thought legitimately Leicester was coming back.
Leicester, oh my god, it was 4-3, right? It was so
yeah. But yeah, so it was 6-3. I said 2-0 City, so I got 1 point. You said 3-1 City, so you got 1 point. And Michael said 4-2 City, so he gets 3 points because his are tripled.
Yep.
Then the next game was Brighton-Brentford. Was a 2-0 Brighton win. I said 0-0. You said 1-0 Brentford, and he said 1-1. So I got 1 point. You got nothing, and he got nothing. So neither of you guys got anything. And then the wager. So providing you have the rules, guests get 5 points to wager, guaranteed. Or at least for the first time until they get points to wager. So the wager's not tripled. But so Michael picked Arsenal over Norwich, which they did win. So for 5 points, so guest gets 5. You picked United over Newcastle, which was a tie. And you bet 10 points on that, so 0. And I picked Villa over Chelsea because I was like, you know what? Let's make this interesting. I've got a big lead. I put 2 points on Villa over Chelsea. Villa lost, but you know what? Doesn't matter because now the current scores. I have 27. You have 14. And the guest final total is 11.
Literally.
So in one game, the guest, Michael almost caught you. Great job. Fantastic work.
I'm bad at this, okay? Let me think about it, okay? I have to study, analyze, all that stuff.
Okay, so our new games are Chelsea versus Spurs. Interesting London match.
Yes.
Important for the top 4. Also, these do not include games that are replays because I know Spurs technically their next league game is against Leicester, but that is a rematch from week 17 because they didn't end up playing. So these are the actual match week 23 games. Okay. So Chelsea versus Spurs, Watford versus Norwich, important battle of the bottom.
Yep.
And then United versus West Ham.
We need a win.
Battle of the mediocre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm throwing shade at you. But okay. All right, Chelsea versus Spurs. What do you think?
I'm gonna go. Chelsea haven't been playing well. 1-1.
I'm saying 2-1 Spurs. 2-1 Spurs.
Okay.
I think Conte's been coaching this team well. I think in the Prem, they've literally had more shutouts under Conte than goals allowed under Conte.
I mean, okay.
So I think we are good enough to beat Chelsea. I think they're reeling after a loss to City. I think they come into this game after we steamroll Leicester and we walk in there and just bully them.
I think Timo Werner's gonna come up big here.
He's gonna come up big for us.
Own goals galore. Okay.
He's gonna miss a wide open one.
Watford
So
versus
Watford,
Norwich.
I'm going 2-0 Norwich.
Okay.
I think they keep a rare clean sheet. And I think Watford lets up too because they're probably the worst defensive team in the league. Even though Norwich has let up more, I believe, I think Watford is like the only team that hasn't had a clean sheet yet.
I have a feeling it's going to be a Watford win, but actually, no, I'm saying Norwich.
Both teams are playing better. I'll give them credit for that.
I think it's going to be a 1-2 Norwich win.
Okay. Now, United versus West Ham. West Ham, you lost to Leeds. You got bent over by Jack Harrison. But now, I don't know. You go first.
All right. I'll hit you with the solid 2, nah. 3, nah. 4, nah. Okay, I can't. 3-1 United.
I don't think betting on United is good for your health, but I'm gonna say 1-0 West Ham.
Be a shame.
Okay. Now the other games. So remember, you got first pick last time, so I get first pick this time.
Yes.
So obviously, I'm taking City over Southampton for 10 points.
I beg Southampton, please.
Come on, City. Just do what you do all year long. Don't make this the game you lose.
Okay, and I'm gonna go with. It's got to. Oh,
Remember, if I win and you lose, it's basically over.
I was gonna say Arsenal over Burnley, but I don't know if Arsenal's players will be back. Who are they missing?
And also, Burnley has never played, so
Arsenal are missing Partey, and that's it, right?
Yeah. And Aubameyang with his blood clot thing.
Yeah, but he ain't playing, so.
Yeah. If you want to go Arsenal over Burnley, be my guest.
It's between that or Liverpool over Palace. But I don't know. I feel like Palace are going to win.
Palace is a better side than Burnley, but also Liverpool's a better side than Arsenal.
But Liverpool also don't have Mane or Salah. So I'm going to go Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the problem with having two African wingers. Both be gone for AFCON.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Arsenal's missing Pepe for AFCON.
Oh, and I can go as many points as I want, right?
Yeah, up to 10.
Oh, okay. 10 points.
So you can't bet your whole 14.
10 points. Let's go.
Okay, so basically, if you lose, it's game over. If City ties Southampton and you lose, it's game over. If I win and you tie or lose, it's game over.
You never know. There's still a few match weeks.
If Arsenal doesn't win, you basically lose. Unless I lose.
Oh, Arsenal better win.
27-14.
Please, Arsenal, I beg.
27-14, and I'm getting the clean 9-0 on the new games because I'm just perfect like that.
Oh, I beg. If this does not work, if Arsenal somehow lose to Burnley, would I get negative 10 points, right?
You would have 4.
I'm gonna cry.
And then whatever you get from the new games.
I'm gonna cry.
But
watch me just get 0 and -4 from that.
Okay, so just briefly going over the other games, we've got Everton versus Villa. Villa, if you do not win this, you're frauds. Brentford versus Wolves. Wolves, you gotta win.
Big game.
Leeds versus Newcastle. Leeds, you gotta win. We already did City versus Southampton.
Southampton, you gotta win.
Yeah. Palace versus Liverpool. Liverpool, I guess they're just gonna do their thing. Already talked about Arsenal versus Burnley. And then the last match of the week would be Leicester versus Brighton.
That'd be a good game, actually.
That's actually going to be a really good game. That's interesting because I'm pretty sure aren't Brighton
both fighting
in 9th?
Yeah, Brentford. No, not Brentford. Brighton are in 9th. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my table predictions at the beginning of the year, outside of United being bad, I think mine were pretty good. outside of Arsenal being okay and United being bad, I was pretty spot on. Had Wolves and Brighton high. Didn't have Leicester super high.
I'm so pissed off about that. United.
Yeah.
Anyway, City have oil, and oil is undefeated. You can't beat oil.
Can't beat oil. Just ask Arsenal when the refs got paid oil money to give up that foul. But.
Man, I hate City. Something we can agree on.
Yeah.
All right. Comment down below if you hate City as well. Drop a like if you hate City as well. Oh, wait, that means Michael won't. Oh, hey, that's fine. We don't need your like, okay? We have everybody else here that hates City, right? Okay?
Basically,
so,
the entire brand.
all my fans of any other team except City, you better drop a like and click that subscribe button because that's what we do around here. And thank you for listening. You know, it was a solid episode. We'll be back again soon enough, hopefully.
Yep.
And thank you and peace.